So I did deep dive on the Amazon data marketplace. There were some really cool ones in here. So there is Common Crawl. I'll share it with the group. There is Common Crawl,
Oh my
which
goodness,
is
scrolling the data.
a corpus of web crawl data composed of over 50 billion web pages. They have that's not interesting. That's not interesting.
So we got to
This
make sure our
one,
sites are part of that 50 billion crawl.
ocean current, right? Because it's like
Mhm.
a time capsule of like human like relevancy.
Yeah.
Ocean current, a gridded sea level anomaly near real time, like data of the surface of the ocean. Ooh. And then Poseidon
Wow.
3D seismic activity. So thanks for putting me onto this, Jay. This is really pretty interesting. Digital Earth Africa, a
It's
big
so
map.
interesting. You can
We
just
can buy
buy data
data.
for whatever you want, and it's out there. And
Oh my
people
gosh.
just don't understand because they're just like, why would I care about my data being sold to? Because no one understands that we are in the biggest human experience, like for
Shift in
thousands of
culture.
human
Yeah.
centuries. We did not know what you're thinking about when you piss. And now we have so much data on what everyone is scrolling while they're on the toilet.
And it
We
was
have the
interesting.
GPS data for where they are in
Think,
their house,
think,
going what they.
think, think about the fact that social media came first.
Mhm. Well,
Social
because
media came first before generative AI. So there's this huge data set, right, of like actual human flows of consciousness, right, that came before, right? Imagine if social media didn't exist. If we were just still kind of like commenting on the bottom of fucking articles. You know what I mean? Like imagine if social media and like social networking was not created, would generative AI have had enough like data,
right,
right, about
right,
us to be able to create these foundational models?
this is what I keep telling people and what I said like 1,000 times in 2022, and none of my non-tech friends understood what I was talking about, and my tech friends were more concerned with what was actually happening at the time. So basically I was like, Elon bought Twitter for the data, and everyone's
Period.
like, Elon bought Twitter because he's a billionaire and he wanted to disrupt,
No.
everything and
It's
all.
all
And I'm
about
like,
the
yes,
data.
but it is also 10 years of human thought from around the
Human consciousness.
entire world
Correct.
that you can train an AI on how to speak in a human manner. And yes, right now, that particular AI, because it was trained on Twitter and he keeps letting fucking Nazis back in. Now the AI is going off the rails talking about
Not
white genocide
Kanye.
because you didn't care about
Oh
trust
my
and safety
gosh.
at all and you just trained it on Twitter data rather than real information. What the fuck did you think was gonna happen?
Oh my gosh.
Ugh! But also, Grok doesn't train off of like, it's all trained on new Twitter data. It's not trained on historic Twitter data pre
Really?
2022.
I just
Yeah.
assumed that it was trained on historical data.
No, because when I
Hmm.
ask it questions about my account, it's like, I only have insight into November 2024 and after. And I'm like, oh, then
Hmm.
you're missing out all of like
Does that have to
your
do with us
Twitter.
opting in to its usage in
Probably.
terms of
It was
service?
probably like they terms of service so they could only use after a certain date. And so everyone that's still staying on
Interesting.
Twitter is getting their stuff into Grok. And Grok is
Is
generating
Grok
something.
is Grok generating images yet, or it's still just text?
I think it's just text, but you can use it for some pretty neurotic purposes. Like you can go on someone's Twitter feed and you can be like, "Hey, are they talking about me in their most recent tweets?" And then Grok will be like, "Well, I can only see tweets from 3 weeks ago, uh, from
Interesting.
November 2024 to like 3 weeks ago." So they're probably not talking about you, but also, and all of its summaries are always like hilariously wrong.